These Mandela effects are going to make you question your reality. We've been doing Mandela effect videos here for like 10 years now at this point, and honestly, I still love them. I do. I love finding a new one. There's nothing like the thrill of finding a new Mandela effect that just hits different. So these are some of the craziest Mandela effects that I've heard recently. You guys send them to me constantly. So without further ado, let's get into the Mandela effects. Okay, the first one I saw a TikTok of, and it's so insane to me. So I always remember that Addison Rae meme when the guy's recording her and says, "Stay hydrated," because she's drinking water. And she goes, "Hydrated." She doesn't actually say that. She just says hi.
Addison, stay hydrated.
Hi.
No. Hydrated.
Hydrated? What? She doesn't hydrated.
It sounds like something is missing. I know for a fact she said hydrated because I freaking quote that all the damn time. There is no way in hell that it's just hi. I swear she said hydrated. That's what made it funny. I mean, the whole thing is funny either way, but like, what the hell? No, there's actually no way that could be right. I'm sorry. All right, the next Mandela effect is one that's quite personal to me. This is the Giada Everyday Italian, Giada De Laurentiis. Sure, you guys have seen her before, but my mom loved Everyday Italian. Like, this show was on my TV 24/7. Tell me why I saw one of her TikToks and I was like, damn, she couldn't get at Giada De Laurentiis because the De Laurentiis had 2 eyes in it. It's always been like that. That's how you actually spell it. Her last name is De Laurentiis with 2 eyes. What the hell do you mean? What the hell do you mean? No, like that's not a thing. That can't be her name. Why would they spell it like that? Why would they spell it like that? I've never seen that in like a last name before. That is so bizarre, and I need to know what you guys remember. If you're a chef, if you love to cook, what's this girl's name? Because I swear it was just Giada De Laurentiis, singular I. That's definitely something I would have noticed as a child because I noticed things like that. And honestly, it's made me feel a little bit crazy, to be fair. There's just no way. There was 1 eye. Why would it be 2? Why would it be 2? All right, the next Mandela effect is one that blew my mind. But if you picture Winnie the Pooh holding a balloon, what color do you think the balloon is? Because I would say red. But in the infamous photos of Winnie the Pooh holding a freaking balloon, like that whole episode, it's blue. It's a blue balloon. Like, there is a red balloon that existed in Winnie the Pooh, but Piglet was holding it. The picture, like, that we all know and love of Winnie the Pooh holding balloon, the balloon is blue. And I swear that it's always been red. I know it's been red. Please let me know what you guys remember. I saw this and a lot of people were like, no, like, you're mixing it up with, like, his shirt is red. Like, I fucking know Winnie the Pooh's shirt is red, okay? But I knew his balloon was red too because it matched. It was a vibe. And I really strongly dislike the fact that it's blue because it never was that. I've never seen that in my life. I don't know that, and I need to know what you guys remember, especially you Disney adults. Let us know. All right, the next couple of Mandela effects come from Scooby-Doo, and it's not the classic theory that Shaggy has an Adam's apple, because that one still gets me to this day. So confused. Like, I can't even, like, really think that hard about it, because the fact that Shaggy has never had an Adam's apple feels actually illegal. Like, it feels so wrong and incorrect to, like, see him with no Adam's apple. He's never had one ever in any version of Scooby-Doo. That's freaking crazy. But besides that one, there's other Scooby-Doo Mandela effects lately that just freak me the hell out. So for one, Fred's ascot. So I always remember Fred's ascot looking like this 100,000%. It was like that the entire cartoon series, right? Wrong. So this is the timeline of Fred's ascots. Never have I ever seen anything other than the 60s and 70s. What do you mean by that? I'm also born in the 90s. I wasn't really watching the ones from the 60s. So what the hell is that? What is that? And not for nothing, but this made me look up the live action version. He's not even really wearing an ascot in the live action version, Freddie Prinze Jr. What do you mean? Like, he is, but it's like the way he's wearing it is so stupid. Like, it looks like how it was in the 90s drawings. But, like, that's not real. Like, I don't remember it looking like that. I remember Freddie Prinze Jr. having the ascot like it was in the 60s and 70s. Like this classic Fred Jones ascot, 100,000%. And I need to know what you guys remember because I never remember the ascot changing, like whatsoever. Please let us know. And let me know what you remember for the live action one. But I know, like I watched that because I had a crush on the entire cast. And I know for a fact that he had the classic Fred ascot, but he didn't. And he's never has. He didn't in the entire movie. He barely wore an ascot, actually. But when he did, it looked stupid. It didn't even look right. So let us know what you remember. All right, this one, I'm not even sure is a Mandela effect because I was fighting with my girlfriend about this because I swear we were watching Scooby-Doo, like the original cartoon series. I never remember there being a laugh track in Scooby-Doo. And I used to really love Scooby-Doo. I literally have a Hex Girl shirt, like I love Scooby-Doo. Tell me why I don't ever remember there being a laugh track. Like when I heard that, I was so taken aback. I was like, was there always a laugh track? And she was like, yeah, what are you talking about? No, there wasn't. I'm sorry, you're wrong. And I need to know if someone else remembers there not being a laugh track, because honestly, hearing that made me feel like sick to my stomach because it just sounded so off and so like weird. It was weird. I don't know. All right, the next Mandela effects are all about some candy. I feel like I know candy. I know a thing or two about sugar. The Twix logo. Since the fuck when has the Twix logo had a pause button in it? What is that? This has existed for pretty much most of my life. The pause button above the I was introduced in 2010. So like honestly, I personally don't remember, I definitely remember before 2010, but I would say the majority of my time eating a Twix bar where I would be like reading the logo and knowing what it looks like would be after 2010. Like 2010 and onward, there's definitely some point in time where I would have noticed that damn pause button in the last 15 years, and I've never seen that in my life. I've never seen that in my life. What the hell is that? What is that? No, I don't know why something about that just makes me feel really icky. Like, especially because, and I know this was after 2010, this was in like 2012. Me and my sister were obsessed with the Twix PBs, like Twix peanut butter. I don't even know if they freaking make these anymore, but they only existed at a certain CVS, and we would go to get them, and it would be like a glorious day. And I remember that packaging well, and I do not at all remember a pause button, but there was one. And that makes me feel ill. No, I'm sorry. I just don't fucking remember that in the slightest. So no, actually, I'm not subscribing to that. Okay, the next Mandela effect is one that we've talked about before, but like forever ago. And I've always been really ride or die for this one. Looney Tunes. I loved Looney Tunes as a kid. I loved Tweety Bird. That shit was just, I loved it. I don't know why I ate that shit up, but I did. So Looney Tunes, I always remember being Looney, Toons, like cartoons. But it's always been Looney Tunes, Tunes, like music. And yet I feel like music was not that prevalent in the Looney Tunes. Like the fact that they were cartoons was definitely more relevant. But nonetheless, there's proof of this because like Tiny Toons is spelled Toons. Like how I remember Looney Tunes being spelled, and Tiny Toons is literally a spin-off of Looney Tunes. So why would it not be spelt the way that Looney Tunes was? Riddle me that, bitch. Please. Sorry for calling you a bitch. But seriously, like that makes me feel uncomfortable because I know it was Tunes with two O's. I know it. Like I watched that a lot as a kid and as like a little bit of an older kid, like probably like 12, I like still really liked it. And I literally had a Tweety Bird shirt and everything. Like I loved Looney Tunes, and I know Toons. There's no shadow of a doubt. And now Tiny Toons is here being Toons. Why would it be that if it was a spin-off of Looney Tunes, if Looney Tunes was Tunes? Explain it, because you can't, actually. Just saying. All right, the next Mandela effect is one that's going viral on TikTok right now, and I feel like we've talked about this before, probably like 10 years ago. But Sherbet The ice cream everyone knows and is like okay with has always been spelt sherbet. Sherbet. What is that? No. Why would we pronounce it sherbet if it's literally called sherbet? Sherbet. What? Like, what is that? Why would... This one really upsets me to my core because it just doesn't make sense. Why are we adding an R where there's not supposed... Like, it's not supposed to be there? That just doesn't sit right with me. It's not like a pluralization of something. It's sherbet versus sherbet. Like, the spelling is just completely off. And I don't know why. There's no way. If there's just no way. I don't care. But let us know what you think, I guess. But if you remember sherbet, I don't know if I trust you. Actually, if you remember it being sherbet, how the hell did you pronounce it? Because what? The next one is kind of niche, but I saw this on TikTok as well. And I was like, you know what? This is something that I noticed and I just thought I was stupid. But I always remember being told, and I'm from Florida, like I grew up in Florida, and I always remember being told the hottest time of the day is 1 p.m., like between noon and 1 p.m. And now the hottest time of the day, if you Google it, it says 3 to 6 p.m. 6 p.m.? Absolutely not. I always remember, and I feel like recently I've seen this when I've checked the UV index, like expecting the UV index to be the highest peak at 1 o'clock because that's when it should be, but it's not the hottest time of the day. It's not when the UV index is the highest. It's been 3 o'clock lately, and I thought that was so weird, and I was like, oh, maybe it's just because it's summer. But no, this is like a thing, and I don't understand. I swear that the hottest time of the day, like I was 1 p.m. Please let me know what you remember. Like the person on TikTok said it was 12, but I personally remember 1. And I need to hear your guys' thoughts on that because it is a little disturbing to me. But let us know. Okay, the next Mandela effect. I can't even believe that this is a thing, but the Sunkist logo, when the hell has it had the U and N like merged together like that? No. Absolutely not. I've never seen that in my life. What do you mean? What do you mean by that? No, I like literally like that makes me really uncomfy for some reason because like how would I have never noticed that? I don't know. And I need to hear what you guys remember because there's no way that it's looked like that the whole time, but it has. And that's why it's a Mandela effect. All right, the next Mandela effect I've also been seeing going viral on TikTok lately, which is funny because it's something we definitely talked about like 10 years ago. But the damn Raisin Bran sunglasses. This one upsets me to my core, honestly. I think everyone on Earth remembers there being sunglasses on the Raisin Bran sun because obviously that's what it was. But there's never ever been sunglasses on Raisin Bran. Like, it's just been the sun, and you can see his eyes, and I don't like it. I don't like it at all. It makes me uncomfortable. Why am I looking in his eyes when I should be looking in his sunglasses? That just upsets me deeply. Like, it's very deeply disturbing to me, and I don't like it. Honestly, if you remember no sunglasses, please let us know, because then I know who to block. Just kidding, but... Alright, the next Mandela effect, I do not like remember this at all, but I've been seeing this a lot lately and I'm just so confused why you guys remember this. But a lot of people remember Max and Ruby, the show, being like, they remember Max and Ruby being British. And no, like, that's never been a thing for me. I don't even know what you're mixing it up with, because I would say Peppa Pig, but if you're watching Max and Ruby as a kid, you obviously weren't watching Peppa Pig, like it wasn't a thing yet. So, I don't know, and I want to hear what you guys remember. Do you remember Max and Ruby being British and, like, having British accents? Because I definitely don't. That's a Mandela effect I don't agree with, but a couple of you guys have sent that to me, so I'm curious to see what you guys all think. The next Mandela effect, this one gets me a lot. It's another childhood TV show, Oswald. I loved the shit out of this stupid fucking octopus and his little weenie dog. I loved it. Loved this show. It brought me so much pure joy. I don't know why. It was just calming and sweet. Tell me why there's only ever been one season of Oswald. No, there's just actually no way that that's true. There's only ever been 26 episodes of the show ever. And I know that that's gotta be incorrect. Was I just rewatching the same episodes over and over again? Like, no. I remember vividly this show being around for a couple of years. And it's only ever had one season of 26 episodes. And that honestly disturbs me. And I feel like I should watch it because, like, I loved that show as a kid. It made me so happy. Like, the illustration was just great on it. And I need to know what you guys remember here because there's no way in hell that that was only one season long. There's no way. I've seen, like, at least 100 episodes of Oswald. So what do you mean by 26? What do you mean? Especially because they were short. So, like, 26? That's, like, nothing. No. Alright, the next Mandela Effect. This one bothers me a lot. So Pink has a song called Get the Party Started. And I always remember the lyrics being, I'm coming out, so you better get this party started. Tell me why it's always been, I'm coming up, so you better get this party started. Coming up where? Up where? What do you mean by that? No, I'm coming out, so you better get this party started. 100,000%. I know it's coming out because it's on so many damn coming out playlists. Like, I remember I had a coming out party in like 2018 and I had this song on my playlist because she literally says, I'm coming out, so you better get this party started. Like, I'm coming up? Like, who even says that? I'm coming up, I guess, rising on the charts, but like, who is that relating to besides you? No, it's, I'm coming out. I swear it. Maybe it's just my gay agenda, but I don't know. I remember it being coming out. Please let me know what you remember. All right, the last Mandela Effects are some fun little emojis that we all remember being there that just don't exist anymore, which makes me feel so uncomfy because why can we all picture the same thing in the same way and it just doesn't exist? That's bizarre. That's bonkers. So one that I really do remember is there being an emoji of someone listening to music, like an emoji face with headphones on. Over-the-ear headphones. Doesn't exist. Never has. I don't like that. I don't like that one bit. Another one that I cannot believe doesn't exist is a full body penguin. Like, we have this little penguin emoji. I know that. But I remember there being like a more realistic full body penguin, like some of the other animals that they have emojis of, 100,000%, and it just has never existed. And I, again, don't like that one frickin' bit. The next emoji, there is no Eiffel Tower emoji. No. Like, I swear this has to be wrong and Apple has to be gaslighting us because what the hell do you mean? Why would there be no Eiffel Tower emoji? Why? There's no reason. You don't have a reason for me. And you know what? I just feel like there should be an Eiffel Tower. Like, ugh, that's so annoying to me and so stressful that that just doesn't exist. I swear. They got the friggin' Statue of Liberty. Why wouldn't they have the Eiffel Tower? Don't like it. The next emoji I seriously remember so vividly is a campfire emoji. The fact that this doesn't exist blows my mind. Like, genuinely, it's bananas. Because, like, I know for a fact that there was a campfire emoji. I can see it so well in my head, and it just never has existed, and so many other people remember it too. And that I don't like. The next emoji, a cinnamon roll. I swear that there's always been a cinnamon roll emoji, 100,000%. I love baking, and I know that there's a cinnamon roll emoji. I know it, and there's not. And what's that about? What is that about? Because that's sick in the head. I don't like it. I don't like that at all. And the last Mandela Effect I want to talk about, the pom-pom emoji. I remember there being like a little cheerleading pom-pom emoji so vividly, and that has just never existed. Ever. And I, again, just don't like that I can picture it so well in my head the same way that other people picture it, and it just doesn't exist, because that's insane. It's insane. Like, I can't do these missing emojis anymore. Apple needs to frickin' chill. Anyways, that is it for today's video. If you guys liked it, please give it a big thumbs up. Let me know in the comments below what Mandela effects have been messing you up lately. And let us know if you have any personal Mandela effects either, because I love reading those, even though like I feel like I can't really talk about them in videos, like my personal Mandela effects, because you'd be like, girl, what? Because you weren't experiencing it with me. But it happens to me all the time, and I know it happens to you guys as well. So leave your personal Mandela effects down below because I want to read your stories on it. But anyway, that is it. Make sure you follow me on Twitter, TikTok, and Instagram, and subscribe for new videos every week. And I'll see you guys later. Bye.